welcome to the deep dive. You know, when you think about motherhood in films, it often feels like you get one of two things.
Right. Either the super stressed out mom, baby sick on the shoulder, hair everywhere.
Exactly. Or like the complete opposite, the superwoman who just sails through it all perfectly.
Yeah, effortlessly. But it feels like films rarely really get into the messy truth of it.
Uh-huh.
The deep struggles, the exhaustion, or even the quieter stuff, like how things get passed down through generations.
That's such a good point. Those deeper, sort of unvarnished bits often get glossed over for something maybe easier to watch or more idealized.
We miss the full picture, the sheer effort, the hidden costs of caring for someone.
Totally. And that's exactly why today we're going to dig into a review of a film that really seems to go there, Lullaby, or Cinco lobitos in Spanish.
Ah, yes. A powerful title.
Our mission here is really to unpack how this film, according to the review, gives this raw, very realistic look at new parenthood and also the family ties, the complexities of being a woman. It's Alauda Ruiz de Azúa's first feature film.
A strong debut based on this review.
So let's get into it. The review really dives straight into that unfiltered reality, doesn't it? Bringing a baby home.
It does. It calls it a raw portrayal, really highlighting the chaos, the hustle and noise, as it puts it.
And it's not just noise, is it? It's physical, too. The review mentions noise and nappies everywhere, clothes piling up.
Oh, yeah. And the baby, Joan, screaming her lungs out. It sounds intense.
So how does it describe Amaia's personal experience and all that, the main character?
Well, it gets really specific about her physical state. Laia Costa plays Amaia, and the review says she limps back into her apartment, wincing that her stitches are painful.
Ooh.
Yeah. And biting her lip through the pain while feeding the baby. It says every movement is fraught with agony. It really makes you feel it.
That detail really lands.
Yeah.
And what about the emotional side? The review touches on that too, right? Her uncertainty.
Definitely. It mentions Amaia questioning everything she does, crying when Joan won't sleep, feeling, guilty because she wants to get back to her work.
Freelance writer, isn't she?
That's right. And her partner, Javi, he's a lighting designer, but crucially, no paid leave.
Ah. So the burden isn't exactly shared equally then.
Not at all. The review nails it. Amaia is quite literally holding the baby while Javi's off working around Spain for weeks sometimes.
Wow. That imbalance must be crushing.
And you see it explode. The review mentions Amaia accusing Javi. You said life doesn't change when you have a baby. You lied.
That line hits hard, captures that disillusionment perfectly.
It really does. That gap between expectation and reality.
So, feeling overwhelmed, Amaia makes a decision. She goes back to her parents' place, right in the Basque country, seeking some relief, I guess.
Yeah, she hopes for solace, for support. But the review suggests it's, not quite the sanctuary she imagined.
It doesn't work out that way.
Not really. Instead of finding peace, she kind of walks into the middle of her parents' own issues. Their relationship is clearly struggling.
How does the review describe that?
It mentions plates are smashed, voices are raised, and accusations are thrown. So it's pretty tense. Not exactly a calming environment for a new mother.
Definitely not. And her own mother, Begonia, Susi Sánchez plays her. She has her own story, doesn't she?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Begonia reveals her own unhappiness. There's this moment where she bluntly tells Amaia about an affair she had years ago.
While married.
Yes, when I was married, is the line quoted. It's quite a stark admission.
And that's where those generational links start to surface, right? The review talks about that connection.
Exactly. It points out this unexpected bond forms between Amaia and Begonia over this shared, this feeling of being trapped. Or at least feeling like your choices are suddenly really limited.
So Begonia felt trapped in her marriage.
Right. Maybe couldn't leave because of the times or because she had Amaia young. And now Amaia feels trapped in her situation with Javi away working. The review specifically mentions generational trauma.
It suggests these patterns repeat or echo down the line the unspoken burdens.
Precisely. The film seems to be saying these things don't just disappear. They shape the next generation's reality.
Which takes us deeper, beyond just the first few weeks of motherhood. The film starts asking bigger questions, like what's the cost of all this caring? What's the price of love, really?
Yeah, the review picks up on that. It asks us this really thought-provoking question. When we give of ourselves to love and look after another person, what remains of us when that person no longer needs our constant care?
Do we still have options? Wow.
It's a powerful question, isn't it? About identity, about what gets sacrificed in the act of nurturing. The film's realism really drives that home.
And it shows Amaya's role shifting too, doesn't it? She ends up caring not just for her baby, but for her mother as well.
That's a key point. Even though Amaia sees herself as, a modern parent working from home,
She still falls into that expected role.
yes, the review says she takes on the role that is expected of new mothers all over the world, that of the all-giving. It shows how deep those expectations run.
And that title, Cinco lobitos, Little Wolves, it's a nursery rhyme.
It is. And significantly, both Amaia and Begonia sing it to baby Joan. It's this subtle thread connecting them, this tradition of nurture.
Even while the film shows how demanding and, frankly, difficult that nurturing actually is.
Exactly. That contrast is really poignant.
So given all this depth, this honesty, what was the reviewer's final verdict on Lullaby?
Very positive. Called it a strong debut for the director, Alauda Ruiz de Azúa. Huge praise for the main performances too, Laia Costa and Susi Sánchez. Absorbing was the word used.
And its overall message.
That it offers up interesting perceptions of motherhood and womanhood in general, and simply that it's well worth a watch.
There was also that intriguing line, it may just change your mind about a few things.
Yeah, that suggests it really leaves an impact. Makes you reconsider things.
And it wasn't just the critics. You mentioned it played at the Glasgow Film Festival.
That's right, in 2023. Part of a Spanish cinema focus, and it was up for the Audience Award.
So it clearly connected with viewers, too.
Which makes sense, right? The kind of unflinching honesty about universal human experiences, it resonates, doesn't sugarcoat things.
Okay, so wrapping up our deep dive here, Lullaby sounds like it really pushes back against those easy, familiar movie tropes about being a mother, about caring for others.
It really does. It just lays the act of nurturing bare, warts and all, you could say. Gives this incredibly honest look at the sacrifices involved, the complexities across generations.
And maybe leaves us thinking about that legacy, doesn't it? The unseen one.
Mm-hmm. How do those expectations around care, the choices people made before us, how do they kind of ripple outwards and shape our own lives, our own options today?
It makes you think about the quiet heroism, maybe, but also the real cost. The cost of love and care in our own families, or the ones we see around us.
Definitely. It encourages you to look a bit closer, perhaps, at the burdens people carry and the sacrifices they make, often silently.